Committee with me now to D.C. And, sir, good morning, and thank you for being with us today. Good morning to you, sir.
Thanks, Bill, and don't hold your breath till next Wednesday. It
you
may
don't
not
think
happen.
so? Do you not believe it happens, even with a week delay?
There's a lot of risk, I think, for Bob Mueller to actually do this. So the Department of Justice has said he doesn't have to do it. His report goes far and wide, much farther than even the statute is supposed to allow for. That was all made public. So if he's only going to stick within what they call the four corners of the report, I'm not sure why he would even come testify, and he's not going to be able to say a lot. Now, with that said, I want to make sure it's perfectly clear. There are a ton of questions that I have for Mueller. Okay. That is for sure.
All right, hit me with your best. Start there.
Well, what we really need to do is figure out, when did he know about collusion, whether or not it was true. I say it had to have been right when he walked in the door. He may have wanted to check a few things. But I think a larger question is on obstruction of justice. So the obstruction of justice charge was about Comey's memos, that he had fired Comey. And what I've been trying to say, and I said it on your podcast last week, I think what the American people need to understand, this investigation was not about collusion, even though they say it was. It wasn't about obstruction of justice, because that was regarding the firing of Comey. I believe what it was is they set an obstruction of justice trap that lasted for the better part of 2 years. And then finally, the Attorney General came in, a new Attorney General came in and said, what do you got here? Like, we've been going for 2 years on this. Was there any collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russians? And there were none. There weren't even any Russians, Bill. That's the hardest part, I think, for people to believe about this is the only Russians in this whole scandal were connected to the Democratic Party.
Well, so you believe that all comes out if Bob Mueller testifies then? And if it does, if we follow your line of your story, then it doesn't look for Democrats. The other thing you said during that interview is that we've got a bunch of dirty cops, and you want jail time. You want people in handcuffs. Like who?
Yes. Well, first of all, everybody is entitled to innocence under the law. We've made 8 criminal referrals. Some of them are very specific on things like lying or misleading Congress, obstructing a congressional investigation. Those are clear. The special counsel decided to go after people like Roger Stone for things like this, which, Roger Stone, he's being busted for lying to our committee, to my committee that I chaired. So why would other people who lied to my committee not face the same punishment and the same convictions as Roger Stone? Not that Roger Stone's been convicted. He's still innocent until proven guilty, but there's a whole host of people that have a much clearer case that they obstructed our congressional investigation than Roger Stone. So you start there, and then you get to conspiracy, the FISA application, manipulating intelligence. Those are harder to prove, but I believe the dirty cops behind that are out there that will talk.
Wow. I've got 100 more questions. I hope you come back. 3 hours for judiciary in the morning, 2 hours intel in the afternoon. That's the way it is right now, correct?
Yeah, and it's next a week from Wednesday, supposedly.
Thank you, sir. July 24th. Devin Nunes, thank you. The Republican